The decade of the 1920s, called the Roaring Twenties in the United States of America, was an era of economic prosperity and modernity. At this time, the nation's wealth was increasing. We are going to see how the Roaring Twenties brought modernity to Americans. First, we focus on economic and technological innovations, then cultural evolutions, and finally, social changes.
Firstly, the Roaring Twenties were a decade when people's lives were modernized thanks to economic changes. The emergence of an American consumer society is particularly striking. The upper class had a lavish and opulent lifestyle. They organized extravagant parties where people could drink alcohol, smoke and dance, for example the Charleston. Moreover, many industries were blossoming, such as the automobile industries with mass production. Henry Ford had made the first affordable automobile, named the Model T, and in 1924, 10 million automobiles of this model were already produced. Indeed, the automobile became more accessible for everyone, so people could go to work more easily. This led to the creation of suburbs, the suburban lifestyle. Another point is the novelty of new machines and technologies such as washing machines, vacuum cleaners, electric refrigerators that improved women's life. Besides, entertainment was rising. In fact, the radio and the movie industry were in full swing at this period. For instance, from 1923 to 1930, 60% of American families bought radios.
Then we could see the emergence of a new American culture. During the Roaring Twenties, cinemas and musicals were created and became more popular. In that case, first celebrities and movie stars appeared at the same time as the silent movies diffused in the theaters. The importance of cinemas is easily seen by the impressive figures. Hollywood produced 800 films a year, that is 300 more than nowadays, and 75% of Americans went to the movies at least once a week. This period was also known as the Jazz Age. Black and white people were dancing, singing in this music style. The Harlem Renaissance was the expansion of the African American culture in America. It highlighted a new literary, artistic, and musical movement created by black people.
Therefore, the Jazz Age and the Harlem Renaissance brought more visibility to the African American community. Many black people encountered success in an unequal society and contributed to shatter stereotypes. They were also included in other layers of society, and it helped the black community to be proud of them, to esteem their capacity to have their own popular artists. Not only black people were pointed out, but also women who became more independent. Women were given the right to vote with the 19th Amendment. Moreover, the affordability of the automobile allowed them to work to receive income. In fact, millions of women worked in white-collar jobs as stenographers or secretaries, for example. Besides, we could see at this period young women with a boyish look, bobbed hair, short skirts, or knee-length dresses who drank and smoked.
Thus, the Roaring Twenties was a period of cultural and social changes and modernity. The mood of this era is firstly characterized by sumptuous wealth, luxury, and the extravagance of the upper class. Entertainment was more accessible, and women became emancipated. The African American community was also highlighted. However, lots of inequalities remained, such as the segregation of black people and women's stereotypes. Moreover, during this period, alcohol and prostitution were prohibited, but smuggling, the number of petty crimes and speakeasies increased. These prosperous and roaring years eventually ended owing to the economic crash in 1929.